Hi, and welcome to British Dad Reacts. My name is John, and thank you so much for watching. And if you do like this kind of content, then please leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, or even a recommendation. Now, I recently covered Gary Numan with his track Our Friends Electric. And it, well, at least for me, got quite a number of views. And also a recommendation to look a little bit more at Gary Numan, an artist I have admired for many, many years. And he always reminds me of clubs, the dancing scene, and the birth of that kind of electro synth-pop sound. This is him at what was called his farewell concert in 1981. This track is I Die, You Die, and I'm sure fans of Gary Numan will already know that. And the track has a lot of meaning, and I'm going to show a number of videos of this track, some slightly rarer than others, just to kind of bring a lot of the versions of this track together with all the links in the description.
This is not love. This is not even where the flying top of you. Echo by the sky. Oh, perfect, who are you?
This, for me, it was meant to be his farewell concert, as I say, I think it was April 1981 at Wembley Arena, in London. It's a masterful performance by him. He absolutely has command of the stage, the audience, and he's singing this track with a real passion. And there is a reason for that, because of what this track means and what it's trying to say. And we'll come back to that a little bit later. But just enjoy this performance. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. This track was released as a single in the United Kingdom in 1980. It didn't appear on the UK version of the album, and was released just after Telekon. But on versions in the US and other countries, this track was included on that album. It's been clear, I think, for many people who know the story of Gary Numan, and as I say, I covered some of that in a previous video that I did of his track, Our Friends Electric. He rose to fame very quickly. It was an incredible breakthrough on the music scene with something just so different, and something just seemed to resonate with people at the time. But then the music press turned on him, and he was derided. He was called out for not being a real musician. The music press just really, really attacked him, and it had a devastating effect on his career. And yet when you see this performance from 1981, you think, what were they thinking? What were they thinking? This was an innovator, a pioneer, a musician, someone with a story to tell. And this song was his attack on the media. If I die, you die. I've got your names. What are you trying to do? All right, let's move on to some of the other versions. I wanted to move to a modern version. I guess just to demonstrate that this song still has resonance and still means things to the audiences that go and see him. I'll then come back to some of the earlier versions. As I said, I want to just bring a number of versions together so that it saves other people searching around the internet for them. This is him with 9 Inch Nails in 2009. I mean, he's not just a synth-pop legend. I think when you see performances like this, you realise this kind of crossed boundaries with rock as well. Now, as I said, I want to go back to some of the earlier versions, and there were some demo versions that were kind of done of this track and released. There was one performed on Italian television that I don't think anybody's ever been able to find. But this was also a demo version. Again, all the links are in the description. This version was, I think, a 1979 kind of rough cut demo. But there's a different feel to the balance of the music and the synths having a more ethereal kind of sound here. And it's slightly floatier than the heavier version that was eventually released. Now, there is another version that a lot of people talk about, which I also want to just show. And as I say, I'm just kind of curating these for those who are interested in different versions of this track and some of the history of this track. This was him appearing on the Kenny Everrett Show, which was a comedy show in the UK in 1980.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Gary Numan. Is he human?
Yes, he probably is. But for little old ladies and persons of a nervous disposition, let me tell you that this bit only lasts for 2 minutes.
This is not love. This is not even worth the point of view. An Ichabod guy pose for a victim, whisper, who are you? They call out, oh, they hose for me, and I die, you die. Hear them laugh and watch them turn on me, and I die, you die. See my scars, and they call me such things. Tell me, tell me, tell me. But I have your names.
But I have your names. In the end, he finally won out, of course, because despite the media attacks, which led him to step away from the music industry and suffer with what he describes as anxiety and depression, because he was ruthlessly attacked, he came back. He released solo albums. Some were more successful than others. And then I think as time passed, people realized the value of his music and what he brought to music and him as a musician. And it kind of reignited that interest in him, thankfully. I guess class will always out. Now, the final video or snippet of video I want to show, I'm having to kind of show direct from YouTube. But just this performance as well, I think like the Wembley one, it really is incredibly outstanding. I love the look as well on this one, the kind of the white and the white facial makeup and everything. Really quite unusual for the time, certainly. All the links are in the description. And I think it was very interesting, the music press around that time in the UK. And I did a review of a track by The Clash a little while ago called Garageland. And this was their retort to the music press at the time, because there was a famous reporter who said that they were a garage band and they should go back to the garage and preferably turn the engine on. The Clash became a global success, and he later had to recant, as I think the press did with Gary Numan. He's an incredible artist and an incredible star, and still making music today, still performing, still attracting huge crowds. He was an innovator and a pioneer, and we should applaud people like that, not deride them. I Die, You Die, Gary Numan. A variety of versions put together so you can check the links and look at them all in full and listen to them all in full. If you do like this kind of content, as I say, a like, subscribe, as you feel appropriate. Thank you so much for watching.